Welcome students. In this topic, we will learn about the butt joint of a half-inch copper pipe through the brazing process using induction welding.
Objectives: cut the copper pipes according to the given specifications. Brazing the copper pipes using the induction method. Clean the weldment using a steel wire brush. Inspect the weldments for any surface defects. Here's the list of tools and materials required for the butt joint of a half-inch copper pipe by the brazing process using the induction welding method. Materials: copper tubing with a half-inch or 12.5 mm outer diameter. Stainless steel Teflon-coated mandrel with a 1/8 inch 3.18 mm diameter. Equipment: 6 kilowatt induction heating system. Remote workhead containing two 33 Fahrenheit capacitors, total of 66 Fahrenheit. Coils: induction heating coil designed and developed specifically for this application. Here are the pre-welding preparations for a butt joint of a half-inch copper pipe by the brazing process using the induction welding method. Take a long copper tubing with a half-inch diameter, 12.5 mm outer diameter. Accurately measure and mark the pipe for a 75 mm length for 2 pieces. Use a marker or scribe to create clear and visible marks for guidance during the cutting process. Cut the pipe to the given size using a hacksaw. Copper tubing with a half-inch or 12.5 mm outer diameter. Prepare a stainless steel Teflon-coated mandrel with a 1/8 inch 3.18 mm diameter. Remove any sharp edges or burrs from the pipe ends to create a smooth and even surface for proper contact during brazing. Ensure that both the interior and exterior surfaces of the copper pipe are thoroughly cleaned. Use a wire brush or abrasive cloth to remove any dirt, grease, or oxidation that could hinder the brazing process. Ensure precise alignment and fit up of the copper pipes before brazing to minimize gaps and ensure a strong joint. Use braze alloy Cu P7 rods for brazing. Apply an appropriate flux to the joint area. The flux prevents oxidation during heating and promotes the wetting of the filler material. Make sure the flux covers the entire joint area evenly. Place the pipes within the inductor coils of the induction welding machine, ensuring they are positioned correctly and securely. Proper alignment is crucial for uniform heating. Position temperature sensors such as thermocouples at strategic points on the joint. These sensors help monitor and control the brazing temperature. Set the appropriate power and frequency settings on the induction brazing machine. These parameters will depend on the thickness of the copper pipes and the type of filler material being used. Initiate the induction welding process with a preheating stage to bring the pipes and joint area to a uniform temperature, minimizing thermal shock during the main brazing process. Visually inspect the joint area before the main brazing phase to ensure that the pipes are properly aligned. Use a brush or a suitable applicator to spread the flux evenly. Make any necessary adjustments before proceeding with the brazing process. Let us take a look at the welding process for the butt joint of a 1/2-inch copper pipe by the brazing process using the induction welding method. Position the inductor coils of the induction brazing machine accurately to focus the electromagnetic field on the joint area. Proper coil placement ensures efficient and uniform heating. Begin the brazing process with a preheating stage. Gradually raise the temperature of the joint area to a point just below the melting temperature of the filler material. This minimizes thermal stress during the main brazing phase. Introduce the brazing filler material, which is the brazing alloy CuP7 rod for brazing the joint. The filler material should be distributed evenly along the joint interface. Increase the power and frequency settings on the induction brazing machine to heat the joint area to the melting point of the filler material. The filler material should flow and wet the joint surfaces, forming a strong bond. Maintain control over the heating process to avoid overheating and burning of the flux or the base metals. Monitoring the temperature using sensors is crucial. Capillary action draws the molten filler material into the joint by surface tension. Ensure that the joint is designed with proper clearances to allow capillary action to occur effectively. Monitor the joint temperature and ensure that the entire joint area is heated evenly. This prevents weak spots and ensures a consistent bond. Be mindful of potential distortion due to temperature changes. Properly fixturing or supporting the pipes can help prevent warping or misalignment during the brazing process. After the brazing is completed, allow the joint to cool down. Clean the joint area to remove any residual flux using appropriate cleaning methods. Inspect the brazed joint for quality. Look for uniform fillets and proper bonding. Conduct a visual inspection which can help you verify the joint's integrity. Now, we will look at the important points to follow for the butt joint of a 1/2-inch copper pipe by the brazing process using the induction welding method. Protective gear. Wear appropriate personal protective equipment (PPE), including heat-resistant gloves, safety glasses, or a full-face shield, and flame-resistant clothing. This gear safeguards you from potential heat, sparks, and harmful fumes. Ventilation. Perform brazing in a well-ventilated area or use exhaust systems to remove fumes and gases generated during the brazing process. Proper ventilation helps maintain a safe working environment and prevents the buildup of hazardous fumes. Fire safety. Having fire extinguishing equipment, fire extinguisher or sand bucket readily available in case of accidental fires. Ensure that there are no flammable materials near the brazing area and have a clear plan for extinguishing potential fires. Let's look at the defects which can be identified during the inspection process. Incomplete fusion. Lack of penetration. Overheating and burn-through. Oxidation and contamination. Excessive fillet size.
Recap. In this topic, you have learned to cut the copper pipe as per the specifications provided, braze the copper pipes using the induction method, clean the weldment using a steel wire brush, inspect the weldments for any surface defects,